Good evening and welcome back to the ASUS ROG DreamLeague live here from the DreamHack Monster Studios. We're going to start off, or rather continue with the series Vega taking on NoLogicGaming. And for you guys, I want to hear, at 10 minutes, how many kills will there be in the game total?
25.
25.
Hold it.
At 10 minutes into the game.
It's gonna be crazy, Andy.
You know what's an average?
No, it's probably
No.
like 10.
10 kills by 10 minutes?
No, probably
That
like
sounds-
15.
I would say.
I would say less.
You would say less?
10 minutes. And on average, in general?
Did you not
Actually, yeah.
NoLogicGaming just go they go hard.
Yeah, I know. But
Yeah, it's
if
gonna
they're
be-
asking on average
It's gonna
of all
be-
the games.
Okay, in the Alliance game it was 9-1 at 9 minutes.
They're asking on average not for the teams, but on all games.
There's gonna be 12 kills.
Uh,
12 kills total by 10 minutes.
12 kills. Is it 25? 12, Lumi?
That almost
Is
sounds
this like
little.
Price is Right? I have to
yeah,
go like one
you have to
low,
go
11.
one. Oh, that's
Do you go under?
I hope you got all that.
Well, I mean, either
You
I
think
go...
it's less?
I would-
Okay, so
I
it's
would
definitely
take
not
more.
25, right? Like, that's probably off.
I think it. Well, we've seen NoLogicGaming before. It was
11. The
25
Price
is
is
a
Right.
lot.
All right.
okay. I'm thinking 18.
18's a pretty good one, actually.
I'm thinking 18. It's gonna be higher than 12. It's gonna be lower than 25.
Nope, it's going to be lower than 11. 11 or lower?
Well, the reason I asked this is because both of these teams are actually very known for playing with a lot of aggression, and I think that the answers kind of already spoke to that a lot as well. 25 kills, Shane. How are they gonna happen?
A lot of buybacks.
That can happen. I mean,
I think
we've seen them do it
if we
before.
see the IO Bane
Yeah.
again, like they're very,
For
very...
NoLogicGaming, yeah.
They just go crazy with that. What do you think, Annie?
We will see.
Not convinced at all.
Maybe Hani thinks, you know, there's one aggressive
I mean,
team, there's two aggressive
calculated.
team, and they
10 minutes, 25 kills. That's more than 2 kills a minute.
Yeah.
That's
Level 1...
every 30
it's
seconds there's a
calculated.
kill.
Yeah.
What if
No,
one
but even
team
more
picks
than that.
Alchemist and they're like, all right, we're not letting this Alchemist have the rune? Then it's just this massive
But the
kill.
Alchemist generally promotes passive play after
I don't
that.
think either of the teams are gonna pick alchemists. It's not-
Exactly.
they're not very alchemisty. They're kill people. They like
They are
like,
killed.
Kill people.
they really like killing people. They actually do. Of course, I mean, if there's gonna be a Darkseer, the Darkseer's gonna wait until he has his mechanism before he joins the fights. That's the only downside that I see. Is like it might be 15 minutes before the amount of kills start to ramp up the way that I want.
I
them
really
to.
regret picking 25.
You lost.
I did. Wasn't great.
Well, that was short, but we can still find out in the
Just
series.
like your Legion commander.
We don't talk about that game.
We don't. It was only -9.
Minus
my MMR. It's all fine. It's
Actually, wait, you got like a 40-minute Manta style on Alchemist.
1v5 game. Come on, man.
1v5, as in you were... No.
No. The attention was on me.
Yeah,
That's what
the
I mean.
attention was on him.
I felt a lot of attention to me that game as well. I died loads.
And he's like, I got you. I'll give you an ag, Shane. It's fine. Like 40 minutes into the game, I have like 4k gold. I'm like, should I buy my own ags? What's happening now?
That's probably worth it that I didn't spend the money on you.
Good point.
Okay.
You needed it all yourself.
So we just saw Vega already. I'm gonna assume that NoLogicGaming might have already watched some of those games as well, especially the last one. Maybe tuning in to see how they were doing. Lumi, what are you expecting to see from NoLogicGaming? How are they gonna stop Vega from winning the series?
If they let through Brood or Darkseer, they're going to be in a lot of trouble because that's going to demand so much attention. Again, I think NoLogicGaming's best points in the early game are the dual roaming supports. Not exactly dual roaming, but the supports play in general. So if Brood forces you to go to the lane, if Darkseer forces you to go to the lane, they are going to have a ton of trouble. Can you ban both of those heroes in phase 1? Probably not.
No,
I would say what they for sure need to have to address is a Wisp ban if they can first pick it.
Yeah.
And I agree with the Brood Dogs here because their offlane or their safe lane doesn't seem as convincing.
No.
So pressure on that lane is not great for them.
They run a lot of aggressive tri lanes and leave Mitch in the safe lane from the games that we've seen
Yeah,
them
they
play
do,
this
yeah.
weekend or this week. They put Mitch on the safe lane. Doesn't matter if it's a Lich or a Bane or a Darkseer. I believe he got his hands on that one as well, at one point as well. But they run a lot of aggressive tri lanes. Is that something that Vega is gonna thrive off of? Because obviously they know that that's the
Well,
case
Vega
because they can do the
themselves
housework.
are not
Homework.
afraid to like...
To fight, yeah.
exactly.
So I think they like to have an aggressive tri lane.
Yeah, I
against them so
think
they
they'd
can fight.
actually favor that, yeah. Because they... What was their team in the first one? Ursa? What was their combo?
Tusk
Ursa, Tusk.
and Dazzle? Not Dazzle.
What do you want to know?
Their aggressive tri lane in the first game today.
Urza Tusk.
Ursa Tusk Bane.
Okay, yeah. Like all of them heroes are aggressive. Like so. I don't know. I think it'll be an interesting game, to be honest.
And I mean, we mentioned Bane just now. I think also Bane for NoLogicGaming will be high contention. You mentioned IO Bane for Vega, or any kind of Bane for Vega as well. They like that hero as well. So how do we think it's gonna go this series in total? I mean, action-packed games. I think we're gonna see from both of the games. But who's gonna win?
I think NoLogicGaming can easily take a game off Vega. Easily.
Okay.
But in the end, I still think Vega are the better team, but they could be surprised with NoLogicGaming because a lot of people have been underestimating them, especially
we've
Empire.
seen them. We've seen them upset.
Yeah, exactly, and they can play really well. And when they get ahead, they dominate with that as well.
So what does that mean?
I think it's 1-1.
2-0 Vega.
Why?
I do think they had a solid performance tonight.
Okay.
They seem to, especially with the last game, they seem to be on fire, and I do think that no one is the more solid mid. Like we have to see that matchup because I do think that Excalibur will need a lot more help in the mid lane.
Okay, and in that sense, I guess you are not too much of a fan of the aggressive tri-lane coming out from NoLogicGaming.
I'm just thinking that they would struggle on the off lane as well as on the mid lane.
Okay. Fair enough. Lumi, what do you think?
2-0 Vega as well. I think Vega is a stronger team. We saw the matchup between Alliance versus NoLogic.
Yeah.
And we all said Alliance is the much more experienced team. There was one game where NoLogicGaming led 9 kills to 1 against Alliance.
Yeah, in the laning stage.
And Alliance made it look easy on their comeback. So I feel like same thing might happen. Even if Vega falls behind, they're going to just ramp it back with their experience. And
They should be able to delay the game.
yeah.
How much do you think is going to depend on the draft? Is everything on the draft, or is execution in this case?
No, I think play is much more
Outplay.
important because both teams are going to be looking to be aggressive. So the early game micro exchange is going to determine a lot. And when it comes to that, you know, whether it's a 40% miss on
the Brewmaster,
or just actually using a magic stick on point and things like that, or
The game you brought up though, wasn't that the game where the draft was kind of weird from NoLogicGaming, where they had the Ember and PL? Wasn't that game?
Yes, because
Was
they
it? Yeah.
roamed with the IO and the Bane, and they killed Aki
so
on the Undying.
the
I
thing
actually
is, when
think-
you lead 9 kills to 1 early on and you have PL and Ember, you should just kind of coast through the game, right?
But it's more
They still need
how they
time.
use their money. Like
Yeah,
They
get
bought
double
boots of
BOTs.
travel.
Yeah, the double
Both of
bots.
them.
So I think it does actually have a lot to do with the draft. Like if their heroes can get the early aggression and then like continue with the aggression, whereas that game they kind of just let's sit back and farm now, and then Alliance just took full advantage of that. So I think they need like heroes like Slardar, Tiny. Tiny was a really good example. Like Excalibur played that really well. They matched up with the IO and they just kind of relocated, kept up.
Going back to the Wisp here,
Yeah, exactly.
where I do think both will want to have the Wisp. It's either going to be banned, like it's for sure going to be banned if Vega has first pick, and Vega might leave it for a good follow-up, but I think #1 banned pick is going to be Wisp in this series.
Okay, well, we're going to have the series very soon. Before we do, though, let me just remind you that there's still contests running. If you go to facebook.com/ROGNordic, you can there fill in what you think is the most influential hero of this week's League play. And then tomorrow evening it will be Hani who will decide which hero that actually was. But you do have to put in a motivation with it. Your motivation has to coincide with the one that Hani gives tomorrow. So facebook.com/ROGNordic, and you can win a motherboard and an SSD if you're lucky and you had the right one.
Which heroes are standing out to you at the moment?
I won't say anything.
Okay,
Why?
but I do want to hear it from Lumi and you.
For me,
Yeah, because I don't think Hani should give anything away at the moment.
I like Bane.
Okay.
I think in every series, Bane has had a huge impact, and he's just such an aggressive hero that I think suits the meta very well.
Good. What do you think, Lumi?
I think IO has been the contention point. When we saw Spartan play it for NLG, we've been talking about how good his saves are.
Yeah.
Obviously, IO doesn't really shine because whoever he's partnered with generally takes the
Shining role.
credit.
Limelight.
Also, I think Disruptor has been a pretty big factor in a lot of these games.
Yeah.
If
with
he's
that.
picked, but he's also a fairly situational support. So
True.
those are two standing out for me.
And you don't think it should be a hero like a Darkseer or Doom that have an influence because purely they're banned or picked all the time, or a Darkseer, or rather a Doom and a Shadow Fiend, like they have a lot of impact because you can have a lot of impact on a draft by not letting them through or letting them through and seeing.
That's kind of true. But then the problem is when there's so many games of Dota, And then you look at the last game and you see the clip that Lumi showed in the Doom just exploding.
Yeah.
You're kind of like, oh, Doom's kind of a bad hero. And then you see him again, like the first day you guys casted Alliance, like I think it was Bulldog played it,
Oh yeah.
and he just destroyed with it. And I'm pretty sure, Hani, you said like he was definitely. Up
But
there.
in the end, any hero can look bad if
Yeah,
if you don't
that's
play
what-
well
that's what I
around
mean.
it.
Any hero can look good.
Yeah, that's true.
So which one's gonna be? You're gonna have to find out on Facebook.com/RG Nordic. Well, actually, you can't find out there. You have to put in your own input there, and you can find out tomorrow on the show when Hani says which one it is. But for now, he'll remain silent and not give anything away. So for the next series, we already decided how many kills we think they're gonna be. There's gonna be happening. We're waiting for the last players to join the lobby, by the way, in case people are wondering why we're late. Or at least I'm assuming that. But I want to hear from you guys. Vega. Did they prepare for the team specifically? Because they have played a lot of games over the last few days, not just in the ASUS ROG DreamLeague, but also in different tournaments. Are you at that point at a stage where you prepare for the team you're playing against? Or are you preparing for just, you're not preparing at all, you're just playing all your games because there's so many? What, Hani, as a player?
I would say these leagues that are happening right now, for sure, is like you push up your performance until majors. Like majors is for sure the #1 standing point that you will look forward to.
Mm-hmm.
And other than that, what stood out with Vega to me is that I felt like they had a phase after their winning at ESL.
Yeah.
They seem to not be just on top for like a few days, but the last game showed that they're convincing.
And they're focusing more on their own playstyle rather than countering the others, perhaps?
Yeah, I just hope there's no Ursa again.
Well, we can find out if there's going to be an Ursa because we are actually in the draft right now. We can take a look at what the teams will decide to go for, as we have Darkseer still in the pool and Doom as well. So one of the two is going to make it through regardless. It was an IO as well as a Tusk and Shadowfiend, and now also the Doom being removed from the pool. And there's your Darkseer.
Brood mother, here comes
And Tusk, right?
Tusk is removed.
Oh, Tusk. Then did he go for the Ember Spear?
I mean, I like Ember Spirit, but they ignored it in the previous series, and I'm wondering if they're not going to ignore it in this series also.
We saw the Lich offlane, was it? That
Yeah.
wrecked the Ember yesterday. Was it NLG that picked it?
It wasn't a
To be fair,
Slayer?
wasn't it Sing Sing playing Ember and hasn't Monkey Freedom Fighters as a team
Lost with Ember.
lost with
every game.
Ember like almost every single game?
No, it was just a Lich offlane chain. It was like they picked Lich as a third core, and we were debating a long time.
It really depends on how you play against it though, because if it's just a single Lich, what often happens is that you just wrap around, you kill him, take the tower. You just have to play according to whatever you face.
So we do see the Queen of Pain Dazzle as a combination pickup. Surprised to see the Brood not picked up so early. Do you think that's because there's a Darkseer already picked up on the other side? It's such a natural counter if the lanes match up.
Yeah, if you do get that one-on-one, Darkseer does have quite an advantage. I think
Darkseer has a fairly
10
good time for
seconds
sure
remaining.
if it ends up in a one-on-one, but I don't think Darkseer in a safe lane is
5
a great hero
seconds
choice.
remaining.
And that's what often
you
will
want
happen.
to put pressure on the supports by having him against your carry.
Yeah, also you're
Reserve
pushing
time.
like you're pushing in the wave into your safe lane, and safe lane is generally not the lane you want to push away towards the enemies.
Because you want to open up the ganks. Yeah. Darkseer in general just opens up so many more melee heroes. Like in the last game, paired with Chaos Knight, it just gives you so much aggression.
I was thinking Disruptor.
Dire team ban.
That's an early Disruptor pick though.
I think they're afraid that it would be banned because Milan has played Disruptor, I want to say, out of the last 6 games we've seen from them, at least 4 times.
You have a solid combo already, but I also think it's a very good
10 seconds
hero against the
remaining.
Queen of Pain to control
Yeah.
Queen. You rarely see an Eels pick up, though Eels doesn't.
It doesn't stop it.
doesn't even do much.
No, it does not.
Because you still get glimpsed.
I mean, you're gonna get glimpse, you're gonna get silence, you get Eels afterwards, but that would still not save you. That's true.
10 seconds.
You can Manta dodge it.
You can try.
Well, you can do it.
5 seconds.
I wonder if they
remaining.
focus on
You just get a BKB, that's right.
if they will focus on mid heroes. If they're gonna ban out potentially the Windrunner, because then the matchups you will have for Excalibur are gonna be tougher.
Oh,
Okay.
oh, Crystal Main, please. Reborn, please. Don't worry, we'll get it back.
That reconnect button is so dangerously close to the leave
Yeah,
game
I
button.
never understood that for the years.
Can they
of
not
the-
just put it on the other side of the screen?
Doesn't it ask if you
But
click
it's
leave
gonna
game?
ask
Doesn't
you.
you ask like, are you sure?
But you know, sometimes when you're lagging, you're just like spamming it. And
But
you're,
then you
like,
still have to say, are you sure?
Yeah, but you could be spamming enter too for some strange reason. I don't. Yeah. It still scares me.
It does. It does look like it's gonna be maybe a little while before we have our game back.
We can predict the draft.
Okay, so if we're gonna predict the draft, we just had a Beastmaster ban for NoLogicGaming. What is Vega gonna ban next? Because you said we were talking about Wind Ranger, right? Because of course Excalibur has played an amazing Wind Ranger earlier this week.
TA is a pretty good ban as well.
TA Queen. It's a skilled matchup. I think Windrunner is a better ban.
Windrunner's
If
better.
they aim,
No Logic or Dire though, right? No Logic Dire.
yeah,
No
no
Logic is
logic is
dire.
dire.
Yeah,
Yes.
I think TA is very favorable. They can stack the ancients for.
It's favorable, but the matchup is not. I would say it really depends on the one-on-one how often you played the matchup.
Yeah.
With Windrunner, it's just like you farm, Queen of Pain farms, both get runes.
What are you thinking, Lumi?
Yeah, I like the Wind Ranger. I mean, you could ban out both. They have both bans.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You could also focus banning something else, completely different.
I think targeting mid is not a bad way to go.
I agree.
I'm surprised to see. I remember when Tinker was the thing.
Yeah.
When Tinker Ancients was the thing, we saw supports warding the Ancient spot much more, like in minute 1.
They did not ban our Wind Ranger,
But they banned the TA.
All right.
but they banned the TA and the
Slugs.
Slark.
Like, yeah, nice.
We are back in the draft, by the way.
It seems so
For
random.
people to that are wondering.
Or the Slark ban.
Garter has played a lot of Slark. As in the different cores he's played, he's actually played at least Slark twice,
Yeah.
and he has played a lot of different otherwise. So that's the only one that he's played more than once, I think.
10 seconds remaining.
I mean, does he look that great against these heroes?
You can remove the amp.
5
Pretty
seconds
decent.
remaining.
They don't really have much lockdown. They've got the crush.
Maybe Vega are realizing they're gonna draft very stun light, so they don't want to deal with the hero that could be pretty
Yeah.
elusive.
Also, Darkseer Slark is very strong.
Also, I'm a bit surprised about the Centaur pickup because that kind of leaves me to think that
Ooh.
they're gonna have 2 solo lanes,
Dire team
or like what?
Okay.
Okay, what is the deal here with the Centaur and the Darkseer being on the same team? Because obviously Centaur then can't go offlane.
Safe
If
lane.
It's a,
Darkseer-
Safe lane
it's a
center.
safe
Safe
lane
lane
center
center.
and a
Yeah.
meeple middle against a
Dire
Queen of
team.
Pain.
It's really
what are
good,
the
actually.
supports gonna do? Where are they gonna hang around?
Well, Disruptor is going to be top with Centaur
Mm-hmm.
and Darkseer offlane, and then the other support can be something that helps out, you know, like focusing towards mid lane, stacking for Meepo, though he can
Ancient
pretty much do it on
Apparition
his own.
could be pretty cool for No Logic Gaming. You know, you buff up all the meepos. It's decent against Dazzle. What else do they have?
So, I want to go back to the Klings a bit. The time they picked it
10
did not make
seconds
sense to me
remaining.
because you're picking Klings into a team that has Stampede and Surge as an escape tool.
Yes,
5 seconds
Is the Klings
remaining.
gonna be a good pick here? What's the thought process behind this pick?
the minus armor strat.
Reserve
They
time.
have Dazzle minus armor. They have Slaughter minus armor. Klings recently, everybody builds a medallion.
The thing is, what can happen is, or which used to be somewhat common, is that you just leave Klinks in a one-on-one against the Darkseer, and then
Okay.
you contest dry lane.
You can actually clear out the creeps pretty fast that have the
You do,
Aisha on
yeah,
them.
you do somewhat fine, and once you hit 6, it's very easy for you.
Yeah.
The one problem you will have is rotation. If someone rotates on the lane and he has dust,
Yeah.
you are very likely to die. It's not hard to die under the tower for the Klings. So you need to watch out for that. But if you contest and you pressure the Centaur, which is obviously quite hard, you're not just killing a Centaur, especially when you have a Slaughter as a core.
Mhm.
Getting a stun of it will be very hard for you.
Maybe if you get a Shadow Demon for Vega and set up with the Dazzle heal.
I mean,
on top of
Bane is taken out. Shadow Demon is an option. You can take him down, and then you know his search is not going to be as long when he's
Exactly, yeah.
trying to run away.
I think you also
Slaughter
want to support.
I think Ruby could be also something, to be honest.
True.
Rubik.
What about
Rubik
Slaughter
is-
support?
10 seconds
Is that an option here? Oh,
Okay,
Yeah,
seems like
apparently
an
so.
option. Yeah.
Dire team.
it's an axe. Okay.
Oh my.
Oh my goodness.
This is-
Guardian Angel's so good here.
Oh
This is
my
like your
God.
run at you lineup, and when we're running at you, you can't hit us back.
This is.
It could be a
Basically.
jungle Axe as well. Like a jungle slash, I'm
Yeah.
gonna go annoy middle a bit.
Yeah. Offensive jungle and then run in. That's
Who do
actually-
we favor here?
I'm gonna go with NoLogicGaming just because their draft is really cool. Like Meepo and Omni Knight together against all this physical damage. Yeah, I like it.
Okay. What do you think, Han?
I'll stick with Vega.
I'm gonna go with less than 11 kills by the 10-minute mark.
25.
Yeah.
I think less than 11 might sound pretty
Does
good right
killing
about
each Meepo count as 2?
Nope.
Yeah, it should.
He only dies once.
He
It
dies
should.
once. No,
Yeah,
because
25.
you know that every time they kill him, they only kill one of the meepos.
What if they time it? So-
Yeah, it won't happen.
They actually kill more than one of them. They kill all meepos.
Yeah, but if you focus on one and that one dies and then the rest
Then
die with it,
everything-
but then the other team didn't actually die. No, it doesn't
I'm
count.
counting that.
Doesn't count. Lumu, who do you think is gonna win?
I mean, NLG. Guardian Angel is
NoLogicGaming.
gonna be clutch here.
Didn't you say 2-0 Vega?
Yeah, but then
But
I saw
after the draft,
yeah.
you're allowed to flip flop slightly. It's I mean it's an more educated guess this time, so it's pretty good. We're gonna find out who is gonna take the first game here of Vega Squadron taking on NoLogicGaming. It is time to go to our commentators, Andy and Owen.